Hey guys, I want to talk to you a little bit more about how to make non-square and cubic things on isometric paper. So starting out with making circular things, if you have ever seen the trick where you draw a square and then find the midpoints, and then we could take it a step further and do these diagonals and go 1/3 away from the corners on those diagonals. You can connect those dots and make a pretty good circle. So these are 1/3. These are 1/2. And there you go. We do the exact same thing to make an ellipse. And I'm going to draw my 4 lines. So an ellipse is the term for a shape that represents a circle that has been bent into perspective. So this is a square. I find the midpoints of the square. I could put in the diagonals if I'd like. Go about 1/3 on each one of those. And then if I connect the dots, with a nice smooth arc, looks like I had to go a little bit further there. A lot of this is getting the feel for it. You need to do lots of practice for ellipses. Here is a circle in perspective. I can do the same thing down here. Do this a little faster since I already showed you how to do it once. And then connect them by the cylinder. So every time you're going to draw a circle, you have to establish the plane that it sits on. So I'm going to come down here and I'm going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, another 1, 2, 3, 4 square, but that one is sideways, and now I can do the same thing, find the midpoints. After a while, you don't need to do the diagonals if you don't want to, if you can start to kind of see and know what those curves are going to look like, but do them as long as you need to. I did them for a year or so. And now find the other square. Now if you notice, the square that I'm drawing is lined up like it's a big box. So it's important that you keep them lined up. I will often, particularly sideways is harder for me to visualize, I will draw the whole box first. And then rough that in. You take the outsides. These are not on the line, but the outsides of the cylinders, the outside of the circles, to draw the sides of the cylinder. You'll notice these lines are not perfectly on the grid. That's okay. That's where they are. if I wanted to, say, make a joint for a pipe, well, that is 1, 2, 3, 4. I like using 4 if I'm just practicing because it's really easy to find the midpoint to that. So, because it's a joint, I have the starting, it's going to come down from the top, and then it's going to turn to the left. And then we know this is coming down this way, and this guy's going to come over this way. So I'm just going to round there. And now I could take the center of this, go this way, establish the end of the pipe like that. Draw my ellipse. Connect the dots. Da, 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 da. And we've got piping. This is getting kind of messy, so I'm going to draw a little darker so I don't lose what I'm doing. And we'll just connect that little spot. There. Alright guys, I want you to practice making cylinders, and then I want you to do pipe. How cool would it be if you just started bending these pipes all around your paper? So, try these out. Your assignment is going to be to have a full page of these cylinders worked out, and I want to see at least an attempt at making pipe. Feel free to ask me questions, guys, but watch the video a few times so that you can go from this into 3D.